Politics, commentary, entertainment, sports, news and opinion now. Here is Steve Malzberg.
Mark Littell delivers high drive, hits it right center field. That's gone. It is gone.
Chris Chambliss has won the American League pennant for the New York Yankees. A thrilling, dramatic game with overtones of that great sixth game in the World Series a year ago, and then the seventh game too. What a way for the American League season to end. A spunky young Kansas City.
There's Willie. There's Willie. There he is throwing a block. What a block. Why'd you play baseball? You should have played football.
Yeah, the pulling guard back then.
We're back with Willie Randolph and his new book, Willie Randolph, The Yankee Way, Playing, Coaching, and My Life in Baseball. Wow. I mean, you know, as a Yankee fan at that time, what a great feeling for me. But to be there but immediately you look, you don't see scenes like that anymore because they're ready for it. But they weren't ready for this. Chris Chambliss could have got killed, and
that was scary.
You're not a big guy, and you were out there. You threw some blocks.
I just kept thinking. Remember when Steve, when we were kids, we used to say, if you don't touch all the bases, it doesn't count.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know why that flashed back to me in the major leagues, but I just thought that if he didn't get around the bases, that this dramatic homer would go for naught. And I just was crazy thinking. But I just remember just total bedlam breaking out, and I just wanted to get him a little leeway to get to home plate. But once I got out there and the fans just came down in groves, I said, I got to get out of here. Someone grabbed my hat at the time and grabbed the lock of I had an afro at one time, grabbed the lock of hair and took my hat with the hair, and I just said, forget about it, have the hat, I'm getting out of here.
Oh yeah, well, good reason too.
Yeah,
and I remember that if you focus on Reggie also running off, they were bouncing off him, the people. He was like charging. I want you to see also. I was walking home from the beach in Brooklyn, Brighton Beach, Bay 2, walking to the car with my parents, I think, and had the transistor radio. It's Old Timers Day, 78.
Yes.
And Bob Shepard makes this announcement. Here's number 42. Watch this.
Yeah.
Introducing and announce at the same moment that the manager of the Yankees for the 1980 season, and hopefully for many years after that, will be number one, Billy Martin.
No one had a clue this was going to happen. No one knew.
Unbelievable. That was the Yankee circus. I almost dropped the radio. I said, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I was happy because I love Billy Martin. Yes. But you saw Billy in the runway before that, right?
Yes, it was the most weird thing ever. I mean, no one had an idea this was happening. You know, I was coming down the runway going to the ballpark. You've been there from the clubhouse to the dugout, and there's all these utility closets along the side of the walls there, these boiler rooms. And so I heard there's somebody go, pss, pss, pss. And I thought it was like, is Babe Ruth here? Where's Lou Gehrig? I mean, where's the ghost here, or whatever, you know? And all of a sudden, the door was ajar, so I pushed it open, and Billy Martin's in there dressed in uniform. And he pulls me in. I'm going, Billy, what the hell are you doing in here? And he goes, Willie, they're going to announce I'm coming back today. I'm going, you kidding me? And at that time, he kind of gave me an idea that I would be named Yankee captain, too. So I talk about that in the book, but it was just surreal,
thought he was drinking again.
Yeah, I thought I was like, Billy, you okay, man? But no, they kept that totally quiet. It's kind of weird because it's upstaged Old Timers Day in a way, even though the fans loved it. But a lot of the old timers were kind of like, well, what's going on here, you know? But Billy, he was the best for us.
Yeah, and you got along great with him. He took you under his wing. He loved you. If he loved you, he loved you. If he hated you,
that's for sure.
To ask Elliot Maddox.
He was tough, man. I mean, he had Elliot Maddox throwing in spring training. Even Billy Sample at one time. Billy was tough that way. He believed in us against the world, and it's unfortunate that he had to self-destruct with the alcohol later on.
How do you think he'd react to this instant replay?
Oh, he wouldn't like that at all. That would take away his thunder. Are you kidding me? He couldn't go out and argue?
And Lou Piniella too, probably.
Oh, yeah.
How do you like this? See, to me, for what it's worth, it's played by humans. If you want the perfect outcome, put the statistics into a computer. Right. Don't even have them show up, and then we'll find out who's going to win.
Who knows? They might come to that one day. Who knows?
God forbid. I know, but I don't like it. I just don't.
Yeah, I think it's a little too much because I mean, the umpires do a good job. They try their best, you know. And then you think about the history of the game. There's been World Series won and lost over bad calls. So all of a sudden you want to change it. I guess the technology is good, and the fans, they want to get it right. So if the fans want it, you know, if you can condense it and make it quicker, then I'm all for it. But I'm really kind of old school in that way, and I wish they didn't have to come and play all this.
You went to a Yankee game and heckled Derek Jeter?
Yes. I can die to go to heaven now because I did it.
As a fan?
As a fan. And it's funny, one of the few times I've been a fan in the stands because I've always been in the game, never had an opportunity to really go to a game and enjoy a beer and a hot dog.
Yeah, we don't think about that with players.
Yeah, all the time. I've been in baseball almost all my life. So going and sitting in the booth is one thing, but I don't want to sit in the owner's box. I want to watch the game with the fans. So I went to the game whenever, and so I'm sitting behind Mitch Modell, good buddy of mine, gave me his
I was going to say, you must have got good seats.
Right behind the on-deck circle. So the first 3 or 4 innings, I'm yelling, I called him Jeets. Hey, Jeet, hey, Jet, what's going on? And he would kind of half ignore me. I don't know if you heard me. Derek knows who's around, so believe me. I don't know why he was kind of. So finally my son said, Dad, you got to get his attention. So on the 5th inning, I stood up and I go, hey, Jeter, you suck. And he turned around real quick, looked at me, and then right away we just broke up. Because we're like this, man. He goes, you son of a gun, Willow. He could call me Willow. And we laughed about it, and all the fans were like, isn't that Willie Randolph over there heckling Jeter? That's like sacrilegious. You do that in Yankee Stadium. Must be a Red Sox fan,
That is funny.
And then I said to my son, I said, now I can die to go to heaven because I got Derek Jeter in Yankee Stadium. And then he hit a double in the next at bat, and he got at second base and kind of nodded at me. I'm going, yeah, that's typical Derek Jeter.
I got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Thurman Munson.
I miss him, man. He's the captain. I just can't believe to this day he's gone. It's been a long time, but we left that day in Chicago after an off day. I knew he was going home. I knew he loved to fly, and he just didn't navigate properly in that landing. But he was the guy that taught us all how to play the game. Took me under his wing. It took us a long time to get over that, Steve. It was a very traumatic thing for the team, but he took me under his wing, taught me how to be a Yankee at a young age, along with Roy White and Chris Chambliss. So I miss him tremendously.
I know your wife saw it on TV. I was watching the Dick Van Dyke Show, and it was a thunderstorm kind of night, and they broke into the Dick Van Dyke Show on Channel 11 and announced it. It was like, yeah, obviously, what?
I just started crying. I just broke down, started crying. I couldn't believe it.
Soon to be again manager. I promise you, one day, the great Willie Randolph, ladies and gentlemen, The Yankee Way. Notice the book is The Yankee Way. I'll leave it at that. Great to see you. Show everybody your ring. Show everybody your ring. Show them that ring.
It's the 2000 Subway Series right here.
Somebody will see it. Yeah. Hey, great seeing you, Willie. We're coming back, folks. Don't go away.
Thank you.